Okay. Move your character just to make sure. Okay, cool. Okay. Like I said, no recap. We're gonna hop right into it.
Okay. So last I remember, Glenn was recommending we take samples, or at least a sample of these to bring back to the doctor.
Correct. The ooze splatters.
Okay. So from this bottle right here, Kylroy will take out his his infusion tool.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll kind of I don't have any empty vials. Glenn, do you have any empty vials or an empty, small bottle of some sort?
Let me check, quick, my lord. And he starts digging through his inventory. I do have 3 glass bottles, and he hands it to you.
Okay. He hands me 1 or 3?
He hands you all 3.
Okay. So I'll pocket 2, and with 1 out, Roy will start just scooping in the ooze as much as he can into the bottle.
Okay.
And then he'll cap it, and then he'll this shit, I assume, is pretty disgusting. Is it having any sort of reaction on my Tinker's tools?
Okay, as you know, Taller aggro just now. What was your question again?
Before Roy wipes off his Tinker's tools, he's gonna look at the tool, like where he was catching the ooze with. Is there any sort of reaction going on the metal?
Little sizzling, but if anything, it looks like your tools are just getting a little bit extra polished right now.
Okay.
And especially since, like, give me just a straight up intelligence check.
Sure. That is a 14 plus 3, 17.
17? Okay. So when these critters were alive and like they came across like contact with other stuff, like such as like your armor or Glenn's armor, it did like have like an acidy effect, but since these critters are like no more, you can safely assume that the acid in them is not as potent.
I relay that info to Glenn. Say, even though it doesn't seem like these guys are alive anymore, we should still be careful around these puddles. And he'll make sure, Kylroy make sure that the vial or the bottle is corked tight enough, and he'll put it in his bag.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Glenn?
I'm feeling okay. We haven't came across any survivors yet, and this gas-like substance is getting stronger, but I'm okay. What about you, my lord?
Same. Again, if it gets too much on our, if the gas gets too much on our bodies, we may have to turn around, but I still feel okay for now. Kylroy will put
Oh
away
yeah.
his tools. Sorry, go ahead.
Since you're there, you can tell that this little path that splits off to the left just ends up being a little crystal portion.
Oh, like minerals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I can tell that these crystals are, you know, part of what these miners are mining. Not necessarily this hall, but sometimes they'll be mining it.
Well, I mean, you see these crystals scattered around town. It's just like part of the landscape. But these crystals can be harvested. Is one of the many stuff that the miners would mine for. But
Oh, and okay. So I assume I'm familiar. I've converted these to ether as part of my training.
yeah. And also, since you're there, you can kind of see a little bit more of the path to your left.
But I still think we should probably follow the rails if we're going to try to find the miners. It only makes sense to me. I don't know if you have any input on that.
I've never been in these mines before, so your guess is as good as mine.
All right, let's continue following these rails for now.
Okay. And while I expose the upcoming area, give me a perception check.
Oh, that's a 3 + 3, 6.
Okay. You as you get closer, I'm following the path for the rail. It splits off to the north and to the southeast. The fog is getting thicker and thicker. So it's hard to like make out sounds or see clearly.
Um,
You got taller aggro.
yeah, so she wants to roll my dice. Okay. As the fog is getting heavier. There's an idea that just comes across Roy's head. Hold on a moment, Glenn. Let me see if this helps at all. And okay. He's just gonna take a. Do I have one? Okay. I'm gonna take a tinderbox. My tinderbox. And I'm just gonna try to make some sparks in the air. Because I don't want to light up a torch in case there's a violent reaction. Does the sparking seem to do anything to the fog at all?
Nope, it does not.
Look at Glenn. I was hoping that the fire might have done something to this gas, but it doesn't seem to react.
I haven't come across green gas like this before, my lord. Have you?
No. But I was just hoping for any sort of help. But we might just have to rough it out.
That could have been dangerous, my lord. We could have gotten exploded.
Well, This whole thing is dangerous, it seems like.
Not wrong there.
I'm gonna try to listen for a bit. Do I hear voices at all?
Coming to standing around the fork, this fork area. Give me another perception check.
19 plus 3, 22.
You hear skittering coming more up north. In the echoes of the caves and multiple directions, you also hear like voices, but it's hard to tell where they're coming from just because of the tunnel's layout here. And of course, whatever impact the explosion might have had this place, but that's pretty much about, I would say, what you get in your vicinity right now.
Okay. I hear skittering coming from our left, Glenn. I was trying to see if there's any voices. I don't hear any. Say, let's go this way for now, since I didn't hear the skittering from this way.
Okay.
Hopefully we see one of the miners.
I'll stay ahead of you. And y'all go towards the southeast portion. It curves downward. You come across a mining cart, and some storage boxes. The gas is getting a little bit lighter towards this direction. And when you go around the bend, you see a cave-in. I don't think we can go this way, my lord.
No, doesn't seem like it. Anything of interest from the minecart or the boxes?
Give me an investigation check.
4 plus 5, 9.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, with a 9. Okay, so in the minecart over here, it's mostly just little dust, little rubble. But you do manage to find 2 small size ore that has like little silver tones to it. And if you want, give me a just give me a straight up intelligence check.
6 plus 3, 9.
9. Okay, you've seen this ore before, and you don't really remember in the top of your head specifically what it is. Maybe the smoke is just getting to you right now, and just this pressure and situation. Inside the crates, is filled with coal, but that's about it.
Okay.
And while you were investigating that, Glenn was checking the rubble to see if there's any way to bypass it, but he reports back saying it's straight up seems like a caved in.
Okay. I'll bag the 2 pieces of ore.
Mm-hmm.
One sec. Taking some notes. Okay. It sounds like we have to go towards the skittering.
More okay.
Yep. I know.
In that case, my lord, stay close but stay behind. Do you still want to go up north, or do you want to try the path that we came across over here?
Let's check the side path for now, in case there's anything down there.
Okay. And give me a perception check.
Perception? 10 plus 2, 13.
13. Okay. Okay, the fog is getting denser again. Well, you can tell it's getting denser more by the light of the crystals up ahead. And you also notice a little slimy spider. Looks like he's like tackling the crystal. He'll go after this one, try to like nom at it, and then move over here back to these crystals, move over to these crystals, and it just seems like you're going in a circle trying to attack all of them, but without no success. Occasionally you do hear a little sizzling, but that's about it.
Okay. Kylroy is going to take a look at Glenn, make eye contact, and give a nod. And he's gonna take aim with the elemental pistol, and hope that he does enough damage to take it out in one shot.
Okay. Glenn has both of his hands ready on his sword, ready to charge in the moment you do.
Okay.
You can go ahead and give me a surprise round.
10 plus 5, 15 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. Ring of Frost is 1d8. Actually, it's okay. That is 4 cold damage.
Okay. You see a majority of his body starts to freeze up, but there is a small portion of it that is still alive, and it breaks free. Tries to come charging at you, and in this case, Glenn runs up and swipes it. Hits, and it splatters over the crystals.
Oh. Luckily that worked out, Glenn.
Nice shot. You almost had him, I felt like.
I still have to get used to this thing.
I feel like you're getting better at it, my lord.
Thanks. So look at... Is there any sort of... Thor's gonna take a look at the crystals. No, he's a bit closer. Is there any sort of anything off about the texture of them after the slime was trying to eat them or interact with them the way that it was?
You see, like where it's potentially like fangs were at. There are like tiny little holes in the crystals now. Give me an investigation check for that.
16 total.
Okay. So you've seen different types of crystals before. Some of them do end up having like a little minor like deformity to them, but these holes definitely seem like they are consistently perfectly shaped. Some of them are a little deeper than others. Some of them are not as deep, but they are the same spacage and same like similar width. It seems like this critter was able to deal some minor damage to the crystals.
Odd question. Having experience with these crystals, what kind of properties or etheric properties did they exude, like, have? Any sort of element in particular?
Give me a history check.
Oh, I just rolled it in the game. Oh, whatever. 19.
Well, these type of crystals were well known for hardening subsistence. These crystals are also what helps make Cora well known for its forgery and craftsmanship. These help harden certain type of ore and other materials. Adds more strength, hardness, and precision to the crafts.
Okay, so it's like a reinforcing sort of ore. Okay. Okay.
And they are only known of in the mountains that reside near Cora.
Okay. Kylroy isn't gonna make a big deal out of that. Seems pretty... I mean, knows nothing about slime, but he will say the fact that these slimes are able to, you know, deal some damage to these ores given their properties.
Oh, I forgot to mention this. Since you got a decent investigation, around where the the bite marks are at, you notice that the crystals are discolored. They're like a much paler color than what they are. So these crystals are like a brownish gold, like a bronze. But where they're at is like turning to like a whitish bronze.
He's gonna take a look closer at that spot. Is it still like slimy or gelatinous around it?
Uh, it's wet, but it seemed like the slime on the crystals either got absorbed or dried off or just slid down.
Does it look similar as to when I extract the ether out of them?
Kind of. But even though you extract ether out of them, they would still have their hue.
Okay.
They just didn't glow.
Okay. Kylroy is gonna try to carefully step around the slime and take a sample of that.
Of the crystal?
Yeah, where it's discolored.
Okay, give me... Go ahead and give me... You know, just give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Nine?
I will say that you managed to get it. You almost shattered it, but you managed to get like a good sample.
Okay. Good thing you had these vials on you. Or bottles.
Always come prepared, my lord.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Continue straight ahead, my lord.
Yes.
Okay. You can go ahead and move your token freely. Don't wait for Glenn, but for references, he'll be a little ahead of you.
Okay.
Okay, moving up north, you come across more like rubble to the left and more crates to the right. You see bits of mining track that has been broken up quite a bit. Going more into the room, you come across another cave-in from looks like more crates, and the path splits off more to the left.
Anything from the crates around here?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
17 total.
17? Okay, some of these crates are filled with coal. Some of them... There's one crate that is like about 6 medium-sized chunk of the ore that has a silver hue to them in it.
6?
Yeah, 6 medium size.
Even though Kylroy can't quite put his finger on what makes these so important, he feels like they are kind of useful. So he's gonna put them in his pack.
Okay.
So 6 medium size ore.
Yep. with silver hue.
Um, is Glenn looking around, or is he kind of waiting on me?
He's looking around. He's looking at the cave-in, and he's just kind of thinking. And then he'll like go over here and like try to look around, but of course, like the gas over here is getting a little bit thicker, so he be squinting a little bit more, and he's starting to cough slightly. But he tries to like muffle it by like just like going into the nook of his elbow. But that's about it. But he will turn around, and you don't think one of the survivors is in the rubble, do you?
Kylroy's just gonna shake his head and shrug. If they were, we wouldn't know. There's nothing we could do about the rubble.
You know, take hours.
Yeah. I think the most we can do is just do our due diligence to make sure we don't see anybody out and about, or in trouble with one of these monsters.
Well, what now, Lord?
I say we keep going.
Okay. Same thing as always. Go ahead and give me a perception check too while I'm doing this.
17.
17, okay. The fog is getting thicker over here. Sarah's well, let me move the map. Okay. You don't hear anything up ahead?
Keeps getting thicker. Ugh.
Okay, and going into that room, it looks like another mining track that got broken apart. Another cave-in towards the south. A mining cart that got pushed off with some stone scattered on the floor. More crates, and towards the north, just a dead end.
Not this way. Anything of interest here from either the mining cart that was knocked over or the crates?
Investigation check.
18.
18. Now it looks like this mining cart was just used to hold stone to get it out of the way. It looks like they're mining further up north. The crates are currently empty. So unfortunately nothing of interest.
Well, we have to turn around. Hopefully, Kylroy points out the tracks here. Hopefully, our miners weren't in this, using this track.
I hope not either, my lord.
And we'll continue following the tracks northward.
You still want to go northward, my lord?
Yeah, let's follow the tracks. I know there's a couple at least one other path, two or two other paths that we haven't gone down, but we'll just keep going up these tracks for now.
Okay. You go up the path, and you see a giant open room so far, and oh. Glenn looks around, goes back to you. I don't see anything, my lord. Although it's getting quite... This gas is getting quite thicker up ahead.
The tracks end right here. Or at least they feel broken. Kylroy is gonna try to also see.
Okay, give me a perception check.
16.
16. Okay. So, your eyes and hearing is getting a little bit more better than Glenn's, as, you see the glowing crystals, to your left, some crates, a little, oh god, why is it freezing? Okay, there we go. Again. Okay, and I'll say that's where it ends. To the northeast-ish, you see the same type of crystals, but these are entirely white. And also, by the crystals to your left, you see two critters going after them. But these two critters, they look slightly different. It seems like what they were entirely was once like slime as the other ones, these now have crystals growing on their backs.
Are they yellow crystals?
No, they're the same color as their bodies.
Green crystals. And they're focused on the on those crystals.
From what you can tell.
Kylroy's gonna crouch down next to Gwen, even though he's a halfling. You think we can sneak by them?
By what, my lord?
Just two slimes.
Where? I don't see anything.
To the left, there are two slime spiders.
You see Glenn squinting, and his eyes are like... Seems like his eyes are getting a little more sensitive to the gas as they kind of like water up. Imagine like when you cut an onion and your eyes get teary.
Mm-hmm.
He's like just squinting. He's like, oh, I think I do see some movement. Okay.
At the same time, because they look like they're growing crystals on their back. Seem a little bit more dangerous, probably.
The other ones didn't have crystals, though.
No, there's another crystal deposit on the opposite wall. It seems like they're consuming the crystals somehow. Those crystals have been completely sapped of their color.
That does not seem natural to me.
I can tell you that's not. These crystals are in the core in specialty cores. Bright yellow, very beautiful. I've used a lot of them, but the white's been very pale and dull. I can only imagine that they're using the crystals to gain beneficial properties for themselves.
You seem to have better knowledge at this, my lord. So I will take your word for it. What would you like to do?
We can sneak by them, but at the same time, I think they are going to be a problem, so we might as well try. Now I think about it, we should probably try to take them out here.
Okay, I'm gonna fight. I'll charge in and get their attention, and you cover my back.
Just be careful, Glenn. And Kylroy will take aim at this one. Do I have a clear shot?
At that angle, you do not.
Can I use my halfling? Well, what size? Am I medium? Halfling's medium or small?
It should tell you in your D&D Beyond.
Oh, I am small. And I assume Glenn is... Okay, well... Doesn't matter, I suppose. How about now?
Yeah, right there you'll be good.
Okay. Kylroy's gonna take aim at this one with Ray of Frost.
Okay. You do that. Glenn comes charging in. Attacks the nearest one. Both. Well, you roll to hit, and I'll roll to hit for Glenn.
Natural 1.
That's hilarious. Holding Glenn.
We suck. We suck.
Goddamn. Okay, y'all. Try to get a surprise attack. Y'all both miss. And roll initiative.
Wow. I couldn't roll that. 17 plus 2 is 19. You don't know.
Did you input your initiative?
Yeah, 19. Above your private rolls.
Yeah, I think you can add it. Can you?
Oh, to my character. Oh, when right click, there's a number. Which number do I put it in?
Okay, never mind. 19, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So this one seeing Glenn come in and saw like a little ray of ice go whooshing by both of them. He breaks off of the crystal, goes charging at Glenn, jumps towards his chest area, and starts to bite at him. He does hit and does. Okay, you hear Glenn starting to grunt as like these pinchers go deep into his armor, melting away sections of it. And that's it for that creature.
Oh. It's still lashed on to Glenn.
Yes.
Do I have a? I don't have a clear shot of it. Do I?
You do not. Not from that angle.
Uh, 25. What was it? 30 feet's there. So I assume I can move about here-ish. So it's 25 feet.
Eh.
Do I have a shot now?
Yes.
Okay. Kylroy is gonna try to I really hope I don't hit Glenn. He's gonna try to aim for the blob and try to get him off of Glenn.
Okay, roll to hit.
Uh, 18 plus 5, 23.
That hits.
1d8. That is a. That's 5. 5 cold damage.
Okay. You see a good chunk of its body starts to have like this icy crystal density to it, but he's still like latched on.
And it does have 10 reduced movement speed. Okay. That's all Kylroy's got.
Okay. Now the one that you and Glenn were originally going for is gonna turn to Glenn and start attacking at its ankles. And somehow misses.
Glenn's too fast.
And it's gonna climb up Glenn, go to where the creature is attacking at his chest, and you start to see them kind of like merge together, and that is gonna be the end of its turn.
Oh jeez. Okay.
And it's now Glenn's turn. He is screaming. He is trying to take a sword, break free of these two creatures. He manages to swipe the one that was digging into his chest off of him, dealing so he takes a sword, swipes it off, it removes itself from his chest, and with a swing of his sword, he goes flying across the room and splatters along the crates.
Oh.
And that's gonna be it for Glenn. That one's dead. Okay, it's your turn again.
Okay. So this one is also within the vicinity of the same area of Gwen's chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Kylroy's gonna move in a spot for a clear shot and shoot the other blob.
Okay, roll to hit.
It's cocked. 12 plus 5, 17.
That hits.
6 cold damage. No, wait, 8. That's an 8.
Okay. You shoot it, and as the cold damage engulfs his body, he turns into a ice cube and drops and shatters.
Cora's gonna run up to Gwen. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think if we make it out of here, your teacher's gonna have to repair my armor.
I'll make sure he does whatever repairs needed. Cora's gonna take a look at Gwen's armor. Like, there's holes, like actual holes in it now.
Yeah, there's something that's melting, like has like certain spots that has been like slashed or like melted, like where it's been pierced at. It's kind of same thing with your leather armor when the critters went after you.
Yeah. They both have crystals growing on these guys, right?
Yes.
Cora's gonna take a closer look at it. So it's like green crystalline material now.
Oh, this one got shattered when it got turned to ice and fell to the ground. So you can't really tell for this one. If you go examine the other one, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
16 plus 5, 21.
Okay. Even though it got like a little splattered and shattered against the crates, you do come across like a chunk where it seemed like it was part of its back, where like the slimy portion was. It's kind of hard and has a crystal growth attached to it. The crystal is good, still in contact.
I'm gonna try to take a sample of it.
Yeah, you can just pick it up. It's just what got knocked off of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up with a piece of like little extra cloth I might have. Do I have any extra cloth? Yeah, I have some clothes in my pack. I'm gonna rip off a piece of rag from the clothes and pick it up.
Okay.
Slimy ore now. Green slimy ore.
Crystal.
Sorry.
My lord, if these creatures are here and they're going after the crystals, we need to hurry.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, you do come across some more tracks, and it curves towards the north. Exploring the cavern a little bit more. There's another opening to the east, another one towards the east part going southward.
East and south.
Yeah, right here. The east side of the room going south.
Okay. The tracks going north. Okay. Keeping Glenn's words in mind, Kylroy would choose to keep following the tracks.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Not investigation check, perception.
Natural 20.
Okay, you got not 20?
Not 20, so
Okay.
23.
Okay. I know I said investigation, but we'll just keep it as perception since you got nat 20. Towards the southern portion, you hear sounds like a scream.
Towards the south.
Yes.
Kylroy hears it, and he's gonna turn around.
My lord, did you hear that?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna just start opening the path up. Okay, following the path, does go southward, and from what you can tell, it leads into another room with crystals. The path splits off again towards the north, and there's another path that continues southwards.
So one north, one south. Gonna try to see can I hear any commotion towards the north or the south?
Give me perception.
God dang it. 7 plus 3 is 10.
No, but you can actually, you know what, it's good enough. You hear more of a commotion going towards the south.
Glenn, to the right.
Okay. You go in. Okay, from where you currently at, you can make out a massive room with a little stream of water at the base, a broken bridge, and go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
30-20. Okay. Coming into the room, oh, let me open this up again. Oh, this program keeps like freezing up on me.
Yeah, I think there's some lag going on because I'm getting it too. Be right back.
Okay, with that, you notice that the. Wait, let me wait till you get back in your chair. Okay, you notice that the gas is a little bit less denser towards the south portion. You do see the glowing crystals. And you see the bridge broken. You see a mining cart that got broken off. Another potentially a bridge that got broken. And by deep down in the water, a bunch of rubble. You see three slime creatures, and you see Aldirar. And she's currently trying to fight them away back. She's coughing heavily. She seems to be struggling, and occasionally, because of the rubble, that'll get loosened beneath her feet. She'll try to she'll lose her balance occasionally, and try to quickly regain it before she falls into the water.
Kylroy's gonna shout out, Aldira! And it's okay.
And I'm gonna say for this portion, you can still roleplay, but this is where I'm gonna introduce skill group checks with you.
Okay.
So basically, how is it gonna work? Is that both you, Glenn, and LDR will try to do an ability skill. And during that round, you are not allowed. Once you do a skill, like say you do survival, Glenn does something else, Aldira does something else, you cannot do survival anymore. But because you did survival in the first round, Glenn and LDR can't use that skill. But the next round, they can. So once you use ability skill, you can't use it ever again. However, your other companions can use it, but only in the next round.
Okay.
You gotta meet there's gonna be a DC. I set the DC. You have to make a certain amount of success before you meet a certain number of failures. For this one, you need a total of 5 successes before you reach 4 failures.
Okay, so total up to 9 different skills. 9 different rounds. Well, 8th. Okay, alright, got it. Oh boy, okay.
Actually, I'm gonna change it up. You're gonna need 6 success before you also reach 4 failures. There we go.
6 successes before 4 failures. Okay.
Yeah, since I'm having Aldira join in too. Okay, we're gonna start with the top. You're gonna be first, followed by Glenn, followed by Eldiara.
Okay. Kylroy is going to I'll choose to scan the area or our side. To try to look for the best. Well, fuck. What the fuck? These tracks here are pretty much just like they're broken and it's like bending downward, right?
Yeah, from what you can tell, it looks like there is 2 bridges and both of them are broken.
Okay. He's going to.
By the way, I will say, from this area, from where you're at is 20 feet from where you guys are at to the water. Here, it's about from where you guys are at to here 5 feet, and the rest is 15 feet.
Okay, so it's total 20 total feet down to the water,
Yes.
but there's a little platform here. 5 feet down. Okay. And there's a skill check session. Okay. Just curious. Kylroy is going to... Well, you let me know if I'm doing this right. Kylroy's gonna try to look for the best vantage point on this side, where he can get the clearest general shot on the slimes.
That will be a perception.
Is a 13 plus 3. 16.
Okay. That would be 1 success. You'll say the clearest viewpoint would be right here.
Okay. It's gonna take me 2 turns.
No, you can move freely. This is
Okay.
literally a skill check, so you're using skills as a battle form, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Glenn is going to use intimidation to try and scare off some of the creatures off of Eldiara. So he's gonna go here, jump down 5 feet, get to here, and start taking a sword and like bashing it against the rocks and yelling. And unfortunately, it seems like the slimes aren't interested at all. LDR, you see, LDR, sorry, Astra came up to me. With a pickaxe, and she's gonna try and use... She's gonna try to use her athletics to push one of the slime creatures off the rocks and into the water. She succeeded. Some rocks do fall into the water, which makes her lose balance, but this one falls into the water and seems to vanish. For the time being, not entirely sure it's vanished, but currently cannot be seen.
Okay. Kylroy's turn?
Yep.
Okay. Given the situation, Kylroy's kind of shaking as he takes aim with his elemental pistol. He's going to do his best to calm his nerves and take a deep breath as he aims his pistol for a good shot.
So wait, what skill are you using again?
I'm looking down the list to see which one would be the best here for that. I guess it would be... closest thing I could think of is sleight of hand.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, 11 plus 2, 13.
So you try to gain your composure. You shoot off something, but unfortunately it misses. Goes by. Also, side note, you may want to start using things environmentally, not attack specifically. Because this is like a rush against time, per se.
Okay.
Just getting, more so. Um, Before I go into Glenn and Eldiara, we are currently at 2 successes and 2 failures. You get 2 more failures, then it's a failed skill check. Glenn is going to use athletics to grab a nearby rock and throw it at the nearby slimes to get them off of Eldiara. This time he was successful. Some of the slimes backed off. Eldiara quite a bit. They're at the edge between where the pile of rubber is and the water. LDRS, seeing that there's a gap now, is going to do. She's gonna try and do an athletics check to jump off the rubble and onto the cliff here. And miraculously, she manages to do it. She runs past between them two, jumps, and grabs onto the edge and pulls herself up. So that's another success. Well, acrobatics, I should say. Okay, before we get to you, we are currently at 4 success and 2 failures. So you just need 2 more success to make the skill check succeed.
Okay. As
a reminder, you cannot do perception and you cannot do sleight of hand.
No perception, no sleight of hand. It's 5 feet down. Is this another 5 feet?
Yeah, for this is 5 feet, 5 feet, and then this is 10. But this rebel, because it's so big, it's the same length as this platform.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to take. What the fuck? Don't I have? Yes, I do. I'm gonna take the rope that I have and do my best to throw it from here to towards Eldir so she can grab it, and so I can help pull her up, getting up the steps faster.
Okay.
I guess that would be acrobatics or survival.
Survival, not really. Survival is more of like that's completely different.
Or athletics even.
You can do acrobatics or athletics for this.
Okay, I'll do acrobatics. 16 total.
Okay, that is a success. So, you grab your rope, swirl it around, toss it in the vicinity of Aldiara. It lands right in front of her. She looks up at you, nods. She's out of breath. She's panting. She looks worn out. She has like black suits all over her, some wounds on her. But yeah, that was a success. Okay, Glenn, he can do intimidation or athletics. So he is going. He is gonna try and put on a performance as a large threatening creature. And of course, this is out of Glenn's character. He fails. Oh, what the heck happened? Oh god. My book was on my keyboard. Okay. So we're currently at 5 successes and 3 failures. Oh no. Now it's up to Aldiara. Okay, Aldiara is going to grab onto the rope. And she cannot do acrobatics or athletics. So she is going to touch. Actually, before she goes grabs the rope, she herself is gonna try. She sees what Glenn's trying to do, so she's gonna grab a nearby rock and, with all her strength, try to be intimidated. Try to scare off the critters, and she's gonna throw them at him. So she's gonna use intimidation, and she succeeds. So she grabs the rock, tosses at them. They skitter and fall into the water and also disappear, as the ledge that they're on also caves into the water. So that was a close call because you were one step away from failure.
Okay.
So she goes back, grabs the rope. Glenn climbs up in the meantime.
Kylroy is gonna be the counterweight as much as he can.
Okay. Glenn,
But he's gonna
go ahead.
ask Glenn for some help.
Glenn will help, and thankfully it doesn't need a whole lot of strength pulling, only when it comes to her trying to get back up, climb over the ledges. But after some time, she managed to do it. You and Glenn held strong, and she gets up here. She catches her breath. She's on her on her knees with her like a hand to her chest and like the one supporting on the ground. Oh, damn bastards! Never seen those creatures ever before in my life. Fucking little critters. Came out of nowhere. Thank you. Oh. You're a mere dog's boy.
Yeah. Have I ever met her before?
Yeah, you have. They deal with dealings with each other. But you never, like, really talk with her. You just see her, like, occasionally. But, you do know her. She's one of the smithies in town.
Okay. Oh, so, like, almost a competitor.
Kinda, yeah. But she's also a minor.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I've ever introduced myself to you. Name's Kylroy. But we'll cut the formalities because it's pretty dire. Do you know what happened? Or do you know of any other miners that were here?
Oh, there's right here, but there was an explosion, and then when I regained conscious, the whole thing was filled with gas. But I was over here by myself. More, I like to work by myself and get my own ore, but I was going over here, and then the bridge carrying my ore just broke free. And next thing you know it, some critters came after me.
Do you know where the explosion came from?
I don't remember.
Well, we're trying to look for any other survivors along with you. It seemed there were 2 others that were unaccounted for. But if you're working alone, that's fine. I suggest making your way out of here quickly. There's some relief efforts going on outside.
Okay. Thanks for your help again.
Yeah,
and
you got it.
She stands back up. I think. My head hurts, but I think the main entrance is back over here.
Towards that way?
She nods. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Did you came across any of those critters yourself?
We came across plenty, but I think we took the long way around. Because we didn't come from that way. We can accompany you through this tunnel because we're not sure if there's any other critters around.
I don't need. I think I'll be fine. But it's up to you.
I mean, do you have anything for self-defense?
She holds up her pickaxe. Never failed me before.
Only if you're sure.
Ugh. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I'm just gonna get going. I can't take much of this.
Okay.
And she kind of like has her hand against the wall and she just goes away.
Okay. Kylroy's gonna look at Glenn. Well, what do you think?
Well, I wish she was still alive, but that was a close call. It's a good thing we came when we did. But she's right. I think we need to hurry up. This gas is starting to get to me now.
Yeah, same here. There was another path that we didn't take, just around, back up north. We can try going down that way.
Yeah.
These things are broken, so there's no real way we can cross.
And on that note, as you're making your way back up north, you see a critter. Fairly large, jagged teeth and multiple limbs come right around the corner. And he starts going around this path. He kind of just like looking around, sniffing. He sniffed at the crystals and he just walked in and crawling against the floor, leaving like a ooze-like trail behind him. Doesn't seem like he noticed you guys.
Kylroy is gonna be really silent and slowly make his way over here.
Okay, both you and Glenn, give me a stealth check. Oh, I roll for Glenn. At disadvantage.
14 for stealth.
Okay, noted. Also noted for Glenn. Okay, you'll make our way up north.
Can I pee real quick?
Want a little break?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Be right back.
Okay, break time good?
Yep, all good. Let's go.
Okay. Coming back up to this path, go ahead. Give me an not investigation, perception check.
It's an 8.
Okay, nope. Just the gases, getting a little bit thicker, but none of that, don't even hear or see anything else.
Here we go.
I'm going around this area. From that angle, you don't really see anything. Feels like it kind of like opens up. There's like a little glow to the left.
Kylroy's gonna keep going.
Okay. You and Glenn go up. The path. Oops. Yeah, this program is being really laggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. It looks like it's just like a little little nook and cranny of crystals. It looks like the path veers off to the east a bit, like a northeastern portion of this little room, but it also looks like it's been caved in.
Kylroy's gonna just go. Fuck, it's another dead end line.
That explosion did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. Around, if I remember correctly, up this way. And to the right.
This way, you think, my lord?
Oh, there's tracks going upwards, north, to the left, and then this way. Like I said, because this was the closest corner.
Okay, looking up this section, it just goes up a curve. It kind of looks like it's going deeper, like it's going downward. While the portion up north is going a little higher, but this section that you're going into is going lower, death-wise.
Okay, so this one's a hill down, and the other one's going up.
Yep.
Okay. 1 second thought, Glenn. Let's follow the track for now, because going downward seems like it could be worse.
You might be right. Real quick. Okay, going this way. The mining tracks continue, but brokens off at the end. Leads a path that goes to the west, and you come across more crystals that are completely white.
Yo.
And that's it.
So I was gonna look at Glenn. More of those white crystals. We should definitely be careful. But we don't know where the other monster's gonna come. If there are other monsters around the corner that we saw.
I know, that thing was quite a big. I'm glad I didn't alert it with my noisy armor.
This isn't. That's not a. This is not a path, right? It's just
Nah,
an
that's a
indentation.
wall. Good lord, these controls. Okay. Going along this path opens up. You see about that, and then you also see like a little rock cave in. But there is an opening to the south of it, and it looks like the path veers off again towards the northeast, and you see more white crystals.
Can I move my character?
You can't move your character?
No, it just keeps opening the. Okay, there you go. It was. Oh, yeah, I think it was bugging up on my end. Sorry, you said it was just northward, right? To the west this way is nothing?
So, from where you at, there's a path that goes around the bend, and then there's a path going over this way.
Okay.
And more Rite crystals.
Let's go. Let's go left.
This left?
Yeah.
Okay. So you and Glenn go around the little rock thing. Opens up. A little bit more. The rock thing was just against the wall. And veering deeper in, you see another mining tract that goes from the west portion up north. The gas is quite thick to the point where both you and Glenn are occasionally now coughing. Your lungs are tightening up, but you can still feel like you can still push through. And you see more white crystals.
I'm gonna take a swig of my water skin just to try to help clear the throat a little bit. I know it's not gonna help that much.
It does quench your thirst a little bit.
Tracks. Can we keep going westward?
Okay, take it around a corner. You see the mining track goes towards like the southern portion, and along with the cave in, and through the bits of the cracks, you can see like the previous area that you were in before.
Okay.
At this point in time, give me another perception check.
Natural 20.
That's a 20. Okay. You hear towards the north portion off to the side some growling grunts and like a malish grunt going here, 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 and like you hear occasionally stuff getting thrown across in the room as you hear little thump, 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 thump.
Glenn, did you hear that?
Yes, master. I mean,
Wow.
yes, my lord.
Glenn, you're not a maid.
Listen, you know, it's this gas, okay?
I know. Let's go.
And as you get closer, you hear the grunts getting louder and louder. And I'm just gonna speed things along a little bit. You come into a cavern that's quite open, has barrels, crates, a little bedroll, more white crystals. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Okay. You see a massive pile of white crystals all over the place. 2 tents, a little fire camp up north, and towards the southeastern portion, no, southwestern portion, a wall lined up with white crystals, and this place opens up fairly big, and you see multiple layers of rock and a little water. And the entire crystals here are nothing but white. And as you get into this room, you hear the sounds of a giant monster and a dwarf fighting at it, along with 2 slime spiders, and nearby an unconscious dragonborn leaning against the wall, bleeding out.
I would recognize them as Thorn and Gravik, I'm guessing.
Yep. So you know Thornton is a well-known dwarf. He's like the head miner of this town, and he is well known for this contraption that's been passed down from generations in his family that he always carries with him at a time. It's like a glowing contraption, and he uses it to guide him and his crew into the mines. But he is currently putting up a fight. He is cornered. His the Dragonborn nearby is leaning against the wall, bleeding out. And at this time, we're just gonna go get right into it. Roll initiative.
Oh boy. Okay. 19. Actually, do you want me to just use this function here in Forge?
Up to you.
I mean, I just rolled 19 plus 2, 21, physically, but.
So, okay, if you roll and you got a bonus, just give me that one number. Don't give me like this plus plus.
Sorry. 21.
Jesus. Okay, you are top of the round.
Okay. Can I see from here, is Gravik, is he stable or is he like actively bleeding out?
The Dragonborn, he's bleeding out.
Okay. Well. It's not gonna be the smartest thing, but this is what Kylroy would do. He's going to run over to Gravik.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to take his infusion tool and verbal and okay, so there's no materials. Okay. He's gonna take his infusion tool, and he's seen Murdoch. Murdoch has shown him first aid before, and he's going to do the artificer equivalent of spare the dying on Grevik. So he's gonna try to seal up whatever major injuries he has that's causing him to bleed out.
Okay. You do that. The wounds close up. No more bleeding. And is, from what you can tell based off of your training, it is stable.
Okay. And then Kylroy's gonna step 5 feet back and take out his elemental pistol, and that will be his turn.
Okay. Okay, this green glob is gonna come charging at Thorin. Does like a little leap attack on him and is curling out his knees. Attaches itself and bites into the kneecap, dealing 2 damage. And that's it for him. You hear Thorin go, "Ah! Slimy bastards!" And this one is gonna creep its way over. And does 2 attacks against Thorin. First one misses, and the second one hits. Thorin takes 5 damage. And as the second attack hit, where the punch landed on Thorin, acid begins to burn away at his leather. It's like a good chunk. It's like a 6 inches worth of like burning from this creature's massive hand. And now the other blob is gonna come charging at him as well. Oh yeah, this thing is getting really laggy. And I want to refresh and see if it helps.
Okay. I'll do the same.
Okay, so the other silent creature is gonna go at Thorin, hop on the other knee, but misses. And that's gonna be it. His turn. His attack missed, and Glenn is up. Glenn comes charging at the big guy. And it's gonna swing his sword against its back. Hits. And deals 8 damage to it. Oh wait, I just realized something. We have no battle music playing. Hold up. Is that playing for you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And that's gonna be it for Glenn. Thorin is gonna grab his axe and tries to slice away at the ooze that's currently at his knee, muttering in unearthly goddamn dwarven curses. Hits and deals 7 damage as the axe slices the ooze in half, and it just slides. The other half that was clinging onto his knee just slides down his leg into a puddle of ooze. So that one is dead. And that's it for Thorin. Death saving throw. Actually, if they're stable, do they have to make a death saving throw?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, so no, that's it for him. He can't do anything. Hey, top of the round.
Okay. Kylroy is now seeing that the slimes are focused on Thorin and Glenn. Kylroy is gonna go back to Grevek. He's gonna take out one of his potions of healing and feed him a potion of healing.
Okay.
2d4 plus 2, let's go. A 5 HP total healed.
Okay. As he feeds him, he goes, oh, thank you.
Kylroy's just gonna nod. Come on, get up. And that took an action, right? Alright, yeah. That will be Kylroy's turn. He's just gonna cock the elemental pistol.
Okay. That one's dead. Okay, the other guy, he feeling Glenn's sword on him, is gonna turn around and try to swipe at Glenn twice. First one hits. Second one also hits. First one does 3 damage. Second one does 8. So a total of 11. As each hit happens, a splatter of acid gets on across Glenn's face and burns into it. And his armor has splatter spots that's melting away at the metal. At this point, he is screaming in agony. And then you see on this monster's body massive boils appearing, and they're like getting smaller and bigger, as if like on the verge of bubbling. The little blob is gonna track Thorin again. Unfortunately, he misses. Unfortunately. Glenn, getting very, very pissed off, and try to like swipe at the acid off his face. I'm definitely never gonna get married with this now. And he's gonna swipe at the monster again. For a natural 20.
Get him, boy.
So Mackley does 8 plus 2 for 10 damage. And one of the boils on the monster seems to wither back into his body, but there's still 2 of them getting smaller and bigger. And Thorin's turn now is like, oh, thank you, lad, for helping. Oh god, this other little thing is still biting me. And he takes his axe and slams down right on top of it. Hits! And unfortunately, the little slimy spider kind of like dodges slightly, only loses like one limb, but he's still up there. Greg goes, and he moves over here, and he's looking around, trying to figure out if there's anything he can grab to help, and he just clutches his chest, and just starts heavy breathing while looking around, and it's gonna be it for him. Kylroy, top around, your turn.
Kylroy sees Glenn working on the big slime creature. He knows how weak the small ones are. Scott and Thorn can take care of it. Kylroy's gonna take aim and try to hit one of the other boils on this guy's body.
Okay.
Big money, no whammies. That is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Full damage, 8 cold damage.
Okay, you do. The boil that was getting bigger freezes in place, and it seems like it went a little bit deeper into his body as the cold hardens the ooze substance.
As it freezes over, Kylroy's just gonna call out, Glenn, shatter it!
This one is getting angry towards Glenn, and he opens his jaw-like teeth and goes straight for Glenn's shoulder. Unfortunately, it lands directly on Glenn's shoulder. As you see, little acid starts to bubble around Glenn's armor, and little smoke-like emits from it. Glenn lets out a loud, shriekful scream, and the monster does 10 damage. At this point, Glenn is oozing blood out of the bite of his wound between the monster's teeth, down his arms, and his knees looks a little weak. The monster does let go of his shoulder though, but reels back ready for another attack. At this point, the one remaining bubble that is not frozen is getting super large to the point it looks like it's almost about to burst. The green blob is gonna back and try to attack Thorin. Hits. He does a running jump, and as he does, he bites at the other kneecap. Thorin yells in pain, and the slime does, Jesus, only 2 damage. And that's it for its turn. Glenn, heavy breathing, knees weak, he's gonna do as you say and try to attack the massive boil that's looks like it's about to explode. Unfortunately, because Glenn is feeling quite weak, he misses and swipes his sword, hitting the wall.
What's that good?
Thorin goes, "Oh, these fucking little buggers!" And he's gonna try slicing at it again. Hits! This one gets cut in half directly the same way as the other one did, and dies. Bravnok, remembering there might be tools useful in the tents, goes into the tent, grabs something, and then comes back out. So That was his movement. He did a skills search. Picked up something, so it's gonna be it for him. Top it around.
Okay. Seeing. Fuck. Kylroy is going to take aim at the frosted boil and try to land another direct shot on it.
Okay, roll to hit.
17 plus whatever.
That
5.
hits.
Yeah. Another 8 damage.
Okay. You're shooting one that was already iced, right?
Yes.
You shoot it, it shatters into a green crystal form and falls off.
That will be it.
Okay. This one lets out as the big giant boil explodes and splattering all directly on him. It lands on the walls, on the crystals, on Thorin, and on Glenn, dealing 5 damage to each as splatter of acid just gets on everything. Glenn and Thorin screams out in agony. Glenn and Thorin are getting weak. Their backs are hunched. Glenn is having a hard time holding up his sword. And Thorin has blood pouring out of his mouth and other parts of his body. And that's going to be it for the monster's turn. Glenn's turn. I don't know if I want to make it out of here. If I go down, my lord, you have to run. And he's going to say that as he uses his last muster of strength to try and swipe at the monster's neck. Thankfully, he hits. Does seem like he does a good amount of damage to it as its neck kind of shivers away a little bit, but then the slime reforms back up. Thorin is gonna go after the monster with its axe. Actually, no, he's gonna move over here. Try to do a flank maneuver. And he's gonna go after his axe and start hacking away at the back of this creature where Glenn was. Okay, he hits and does 5 piercing damage to him, or slicing. Gravik has a what was it? Blah. Has like a random dagger and is gonna toss it at him. Unfortunately, he misses and swipes and lands over here. That's gonna be a first turn. And top of the round, you go.
Kylroy is going to, having heard Glenn's words, run up behind him and tell him to say, "Shut up! We're getting out of here together." And take his one other potion out and force feed it down Glenn's gullet.
How many potions do you have?
Just 2.
You used the one last session.
Yeah. Did I? Okay. I'm sorry. I guess I didn't mark it. My apologies.
Unless
So,
I gave you another potion?
I can't remember. We'll just say I did. Because I know I used one. I know I used one. So we'll just say I don't have another one.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. So I won't do that. But Kylroy will say, shut up, we're getting out of here together. And try to shoot the monster in the same spot that Glenn had slashed it.
Okay, roll to hit.
Boy. That's 14.
That hits.
3 cold damage.
Okay. Right where Glenn hit around the neck, you see like it hardened with ice. Doesn't seem to be doing too much, but that's something. At this point, you see the creature's body's ooze kind of like drip and fall off its body. You guys sense that it is fighting. Almost dead. The blob monster, you see it, its body get flat to the ground and kind of swirl around Glenn off to the side. They do get an opportunity to attack both of them. Thorin hits, Glenn misses. Thorin does 3 damage to it. Unfortunately though, you don't get opportunity attack because it was like clinging against the wall and then does a maneuver. And then it's gonna get behind you. And do a double swipe at you.
Oh.
Does a 14 hit?
14 just hits.
And okay. First one's a 14, and second one was a 12. So I'm guessing 14 hit, 12 misses. Okay, the first one hits, dealing 4 damage to you. And as it hits you, a splash of acid lands on your face and your armor. And where it lands on, it starts to smoke and burn and sizzle away. That's it of its turn. No, instead. No, don't. You will not harm the Lord, even with my last dying breath. He comes in, charges, musters all his strength he can get, and tries to swipe. Unfortunately, he misses, as he's unable to really lift up his sword and swing at his full strength. Dorian, seeing what's going on. No, you don't, you monstrous demon! Get back here! And he charges and swipes at him with his axe. For a natural 20!
Go, boy!
Dealing 14 damage to it. Wait, no. My bad, wrong die. I don't know, yeah, right die. Yeah, dealing 14 damage to it as he chunks off a limb from this monster, and as it gets severed from its body, the limb just turns into the liquid ooze, and it turns into a puddle and sizzles on the floor at y'all guys' feet. Rabbit panics. He's like, ugh, and he looks around, feels out his body, has nothing. He's gonna run, but then a monster's gonna try and swipe at him. Actually, hold on. So yeah, you see Gravik try to get away from it. Of course, he's gonna trigger an opportunity attack, but he gets over here. And you see a yellowish color smoke emits from his nostrils and leaves his between his lips. But first, let's see if we can survive first. Thankfully, the monster misses. And then you see Gravik open wide his mouth as massive flames emits from it. And let's see here. I need all three of y'all, roll UK, to give me a deck save.
Deck save, okay. It's 9.
Oh wait, hold on. What is? Wait, is it not deck save?
This is a Dragonborn breath weapon.
Oh wait, so he's copper. No, he's bronze. Yeah, deck save. Okay, let's make sure I had it right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so he reels back his breath and shoots out for a total of 6 damage. So you failed to save, so you take 6. Glenn also fails, takes 6, accidentally gets burned, and you see him fall to the ground.
I don't see it because I fall to the ground also.
Oh shit. Doran's saved, but he takes half. And Gravik looks panicked. Oh wait, the monster has to sink too. Oh, monster fails. Monster takes 9 damage. Hey! Oh my god! First death save. Okay, rolled. This one, being angry, goes after Gravik. Dorian is gonna get an opportunity attack. Unfortunately misses. You see the monster's body. Oh, you don't see it, but if you were able to, 3 boils appear along its back. And that's gonna be it for him. Death save for Glenn. Let me check Thorn's inventory real quick. You fucking dog. You got lucky. Just when I thought I would have a TPK on the first session, Thorin whips out a basic potion of healing, and you heal. Let's see. Damn. Got a 4, a 2. So you got 6 plus 2, 8. Here, I'm only gonna show you the dice. You got lucky too that I put a potion of healing on Thorin and I completely forgot about it. Damn it. Could have had a kill. Anyway.
Wow.
So he heals you for 6. So you are so you're back to being
8.
conscious.
8, right?
Yeah, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's 2d4 plus 2. So yeah. And that's gonna be it for him. Rob was like, oh shit, and he currently he can't do anything because he knows if he moves away, he's gonna get attacked. So he's just pinned against the wall, staring at this creature face to face.
Oh, fuck.
Top of the round.
You said this monster was looking. Was he looking rough? You said he was like oozing out a little bit before.
Yeah. He was oozing out a little bit over here, and then when he came over here, and got one of his arms severed off, he's looking quite beaten up and quite weakened.
And he has 3 boils growing on his back again.
Mm-hmm.
And Kylroy looks at Glenn.
Oh yeah, you see Glenn unconscious. And you see Thorin, like, with an empty bottle, holding you nearby. He's like, get up, boy!
Kylroy's eyes go wide at seeing Glenn down. He's, like, scrambles over and does the same thing that he did for Grevik and does Spare the Dying on Glenn.
You in a panic, you work your stuff, and Glenn is now stable.
Kylroy looks over at Thor. Do you have another one of those?
I think so.
Please, give it to him. Please.
Oh, you meant potion.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying the Thorin or Grevik?
Thorin.
Oh, for some reason my brain registers as Grevik.
Mm-mm.
He goes, no! I only have the one.
Kylroy is just really wide-eyed and in shock right now, and that'll be the rest of his turn.
The blob monster is gonna do double attacks against Grevik. The first attack missed, and I'm gonna show you what I just rolled. And that's 20. All of a sudden, worrying about Glenn and Thorin worrying about you, you see the creature reeled up his one limb of arm left and swash at it, doubling against Grevik as you hear screams and blood's being splattered everywhere. His screams curdle into dead silence. I gotta move this creature.
He got overkill, didn't he?
You are unsure.
Okay.
And then you see the boils on his back getting bigger, just like before. Glenn is stable, so no dev saves for him. You bastard! And you see Thorin in a fit of rage charging at this creature with his axe. His attack hits. Where's that die? Oh, there it is. Goddamn. Dealing 8 damage to it. And at this point, this creature is looking quite bad. And Thorin is angry beyond belief. No one knows what happened to him, so do-do-do.
Kylroy sees Thorin. Well, hears the fucking blood-curdling scream from Grevik. Sees Thorin in a fit of rage and Glenn down. He's gonna do his best to stabilize his hands and shoot at one of the boils on the slime creature's back.
Okay, roll the hit.
Dirty 20.
That hits.
Uh, 4 cold damage.
How you want to do this? He had 1 hit point left. 1.
Kylroy, so he's shakily. Kylroy raises the gun on one of the boils, and he breathes and tries to stabilize, and lets out the ray of frost on the boil. No, I guess the top boil, and watches it pierce through the boil, through the slime creature's body.
You do so, and when you shoot at the boil, it does like an inverse of so getting bigger on the outside. You see it shrink down into his body and starts pulsating inward. You see the monster like rearing its head in panic as its body goes dum 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 dum, and his body explodes.
Okay.
Change music. Is other music playing?
Yep.
Okay, gotta make sure because sometimes these things so finicky. Okay, so currently Glenn is stable. Thorin is bleeding out, but he is hanging in there. It looks like by a thread. This monster is dead. It's a pool of ooze now with bits of crystals. Looks like the same type of crystals that wasn't attached to the little guys that you occasionally saw. And you see Grevik, his whole torso completely exposed, missing his arm. Looks like it's been ripped and basically like burned off of his body. His face badly scarred.
You said that was Grevik?
Yeah, it does not seem like he is breathing from where you are at. Thorin runs over in a panic and starts like examining him. Can I get you a doctor?
Kylroy sees Thorin run over to Grevik, and he's gonna look back down at Glenn and try to like pat him on the face repeatedly. Glenn, wake up! It checks for breathing. Can I tell that he's breathing?
He's breathing.
Okay. He's gonna say, "Fuck. Okay. Okay. Um, Glenn is heavy."
And all of a sudden, you hear Thorin going, "No!" as he like bangs at the ground, and rocks like begin to powder. He just like he's constantly banging at it, screaming, "Fucking bastards!" And you hear that tone just echo throughout the cave. He's dead.
Kylroy looks over at Thorin and hangs his head and sighs a bit, and then looks back up at him. Okay. Fuck. Do I know Thorin around town? He's done business with Murdoch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the one who is a head honcho almost.
Okay. And I guess what I would know that he and Grevik are close.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Grevik is one of the well known of his team that he tends to work with.
Okay. Alright. Kylroy's gonna say, Master Thorin, I know you and Grevik are close, but we have to get out of here right now. This gas is only getting heavier. If you could just help me, Glenn's still breathing. Just help me get Glenn out of here, and we can have the outside relief come in and get Grevik's body as well as any other items around.
During
Is there
this time, roll me a perception check.
9.
9, good enough. So as you're saying this, not a little bit too high up from where Thorin is and you can see it. It's not that high up. So like this area, this top portion, is like it goes up, not like down or anything, except for this right here, where this is like water, but like this is like little bits of like just like layers of rock. You saw like you notice like a lot of what is it called? Fuck. I'm having a brain fart. You see a majority of the green smoke coming from here, and you also notice like a green glow to it in the depths of the cracks.
Kylroy is okay. Kylroy is gonna take a look at Glenn, see that he's stable, but he's not getting up. He's gonna go over to the edge here, I guess. He'll shimmy around by the tent. He says like here.
Yeah, like right here. What are you doing, boy?
I think I see the source of this green smoke.
That's where all this issue started from. A hole opened up there, and all these critters came pouring from it.
Was that where the explosion came from?
Explosion? I don't even remember an explosion.
Kylroy is going to
Wait,
hope.
correction. I do remember explosion. I don't know the source of the explosion.
Okay. But it's glowing and it's in this crevice here.
Yep.
Kylroy is going to cock the elemental pistol and hope that the Ray of Frost is able to stop this crystal from doing whatever it's doing?
Well, it's not a crystal. It's just
Or the...
it's like a gaping hole.
Oh, so I don't see it. Oh, I just see smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, you just see smoke coming out of it and a gaping hole.
Oh. Okay. In that case, how far is it? 10-ish feet.
So the best way to get over there, because this part, you can probably climb up around this wall and then go over there if you want to do that. Or like actually, get on the rail tracks, climb up, and then go this way if you want to do that.
Sure, yeah, Kylroy could do that. Shimmy around. Kylroy's gonna take, he has, I don't know. Oh, you know what I could do? He's gonna take, a crowbar. He's gonna infuse it with, he's gonna do some magical tinkering and infuse light into it, so he gets 5-foot radius of light emanating from the crowbar.
Okay.
And it's gonna shine it inside the crevice.
Okay. You shine inside the crevice. As like the crowbar like touches like the sides of it, some rocks falls in, creating a deeper, like a more widened hole. From what you can tell, it's just dark and like the smoke is like just really thick and it's like just green gas just pouring out of it.
Are there is there like, how big is the crevice?
Right now, seems like you can fit in it comfortably.
Seems like I can fit in it. Okay, so it's like 3 feet tall. Fudge. I know what player me wants to do. Fuck it. Kylroy's gonna say, Thorn, please keep an eye on Glenn for me.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's breathing. He's stable, but I don't know if Gravik has any healing supplies or if there's any healing supplies in the tent.
No, just tools and weapons.
Well, just keep an eye on Glenn for me, and if I don't come back in a little while, well, just make sure Glenn gets out and notify the relief efforts.
What do you think you're doing?
Kylroy doesn't answer, turns around. He wraps his mouth around with his like a, you know, not turtleneck, but covers his nose as best he can and tightens his goggles and goes in.
Oh boy. Okay. So you go in, more rocks fall in with you, and as you get in, the smoke is really, really thick as it has ever been. It starts to suffocate you, even though you're kind of like covering up your mouth and nose. The air gets thicker and it's becoming like hard to breathe. And you, all of a sudden, you keep falling and falling and falling until you land in what feels like still water. And looking up, catching your bearings. Let me lower this down a little bit for me. And then, catching your bearings, you see there's a tunnel up ahead with jagged rocks and potent greenish gas coming directly from it. And you hear like a roaring sound, slightly quiet, but you hear like it faintly.
About how far away was it?
So right here is where the shore is. Past it is where the water is and where you currently is. So from here to here, looks like maybe like 20 feet from where you're at. Actually, yeah, 30 feet. We'll say 30.
I'll approach the entrance slowly until I get to about like there and try to look in.
Okay, give me a perception check.
13.
Okay. You don't really see or hear anything different. Except for like the gas is definitely more concentrated here.
Do I get the feeling that I wouldn't be able to breathe if I went in any further?
Give me an intelligence check.
17.
You feel like you might be okay?
Kylroy will step forward.
You go inside this little cave and continuing its path, it twists with lots of sharp rocks clinging to the sides of a wall. And as you approach to what seems like to be the end of it, you see like a faintish glow at the end, and going closer, within a semi-large cavern, an unsettling atmosphere unfolds.
What the fuck?
A green fog blankets the floor in this room with clusters of white crystals, and it casts like an eerie glow against this rock. And as you venture forward, your gaze fixates on an ominous sight, a stone carving depicting a large demonic head. Massive horns twist around, merging with the cavern wall, while teeth, each the size of a gnome, protrude menacingly. White crystals line this haunting visage, and as you stare, an illusionary image forms. The impression of blood oozing from the teeth and the flaring nostrils intensify the disquieting aura. Green smoke rises from the flooring up into the air.
So I now see what I can tell is blood is oozing from his teeth, and gas billowing from the floor, and those crystals look like the white crystals that we saw outside.
Yep. And even though it's a stone, you notice the nostrils are moving.
The nostrils are moving. Is the head, what I perceived as this head, moving at all?
Give me an investigation check.
12.
None of the part of it seems to be moving.
Kylroy, terrible idea, bad day. Kylroy knows it's a terrible idea, but he can't feel compelled to move, continue stepping forward. Until he's about, I don't know, 4 to 3 feet from the this head.
And
If he
as
wants
you
to get a closer look.
get that close, a gas of black smoke appears near you, blocking between you and a statue. A figure takes shape in the smoke, adorned in black cloak with smoke emitting from its body. The smoke seems to whip and wrap around this creature as if it was like snakes, like moving and about. He stares at you and you just see two pairs of red glowing eyes cutting into yours, and it feels like your soul is being pierced. After a few seconds, he starts to begin a chant, and while doing so, your eyes begin to feel heavy as your vision begins to fade in and out. A few seconds pass, and your entire body feels heavy as all of a sudden you feel yourself falling to the ground and losing conscious, and you begin to pass out. An unknown amount of time goes past, and all of a sudden you wake up in a gas catching your breath. You wake up and you feel like you're floating in some kind of liquid, and you glance around and it's just a black void.
Does it feel like I'm in liquid? It feels like I'm in liquid. Or am I just kind of floating?
Feels like you're in liquid. You feel something cold and wet wrap and cling your body, and you are what it seems like you are.
He's gonna try to speak. Hello?
Hello, hello, hello. Your voice echoes, but no sound returns.
Gonna try to move around. Does it like I can't see, but does it feel like I'm able to move my limbs around?
It feels like it takes a lot of effort, but you are able to. It just takes a little bit more than usual.
Going to and I see nothing but darkness around me, yeah?
Yep, nothing but darkness.
Kylroy is going to try to pinch himself really hard just to make sure that this is not some sort of stupid dream, some really weird dream.
You pinch yourself. You feel yourself pinching yourself.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, that hurts like how you would normally pinch yourself.
Okay, Kylroy is going to whatever direction he's looking at, he's going to try to will himself that direction. Whether it's by flapping around trying to swim, doggy paddle, or yeah.
Okay, so you're basically moving, right?
Yes.
Okay, you move and you move, and it seems like as each time you try to move, it seems like the water gets thicker and thicker, and it feels like you are getting out of breath.
Cora's gonna start to have a minor, well, not minor. He's gonna start to panic a little bit. Glenn? Murdoch?
Glenn, Murdoch, Glenn. Just echoes.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Thanks. He's gonna take the elemental pistol. Does he still have it on him?
Yes,
He's
you
gonna
do.
feel around for it.
Feel around for it, and sure enough, you find it.
He's gonna cock it. And actually, okay, yeah, he's gonna cock it and shoot it in a direction. Can I see the ray coming out of the barrel?
Okay. So you're holding your shotgun, and you shoot it, and of course, as you shoot it, you notice that the power that it takes to fire it, it begins to glow blue, and you fire it, and it shoots off into the direction your gun is pointing, and it reveals a blue line. And then it seems like it hits something and explodes in a blue sparkle, and there is a bluish glow. And this bluish glow now stays where it's currently at, and it reflects off this black ooze, liquidy substance. And glancing around from like the reflection of this blue light, this area seems completely endless of black void. After you release a set of like a blue light, there's nothing else to be seen or heard, till off in the distance behind you, you hear a splash, and with it a slight vibration emits throughout the water. And immediately you hear a familiar voice calling your name out. Kylroy! Kylroy!
Who is the voice?
He asks, who's the voice?
Or, well, you said it's a familiar voice, right?
You just hear a voice, yeah.
Am I able to tell who it belongs to?
Give
or
me
whose voice it would be?
And you can either give me a history check or a sharp intelligence check. And as you do so, the splash that was coming behind you and the water vibrating, it seems to gain faster and near you.
7 in history. Sorry, you said the splashing, it's getting faster and rippling towards me?
Mm-hmm. It sounds like it's getting closer. I don't even know why I had you roll in history or intelligence, because it doesn't matter. You would know this voice. It's the voice of your grandfather.
Grandpa?
Grandpa. Your voice echoes.
I'm gonna try to focus on the direction that the splash is coming from and turn that direction.
Okay, you turn to that direction and you see like a massive form, from what you can tell, from what the blue light is reflecting off of it, and it's charging at you. Kylroy!
Sorry, you said it was coming from where the blue light was?
Are you talking about the splash, or are you talking about the voice? Because I thought you said you are gonna turn and face a splash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you saw. You saw something black coming, charging at you. The light from that you shot off your gun at is still there, and it seems to be permanently there, but from the light of it is reflecting off, and you see like a massive creature coming charging at you. Like a massive shape coming charging at you. And then you hear your grandfather saying your name again over and over.
In the same direction, or is it just over me, that voice?
Okay, are you asking in the direction of the voice?
Yes.
Give me perception check.
Cocked. 7.
With that, it's hard to tell.
The black creature is coming towards me aggressively.
Hard to tell. But it's coming at you.
Gonna turn around and try to run from it.
And where are you running to?
In the opposite direction. So, where I would perceive the splashes coming from, running in the opposite direction from the splashes.
Okay. So we're gonna have to make this a little bit clearer. Okay, so let's say you're here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the black thing that's coming charging at you is here.
Yeah.
And let's say you shot off your gun, and it's right here, and that's where the blue light is permanently at.
Okay.
So you're going towards the blue light then?
Yes, towards the blue light.
Okay. As you get towards the blue light, and your body starts to feel really, really heavy, and the water around you seems to be getting thicker and thicker. But as you get closer to blue light, you hear your grandfather's voice ever more clear. Kylroy! Kylroy! Get away from it!
Get away from what, Grandpa?
And as you're just there, it's coming closer and closer.
I'm gonna keep trying to run towards the blue light as much as my little legs would carry me.
Kylroy! Kylroy! Kylroy, hurry up! Hurry up! And give me athletics or acrobatics check.
7 acrobatics.
Goddamn, what's with all the 7s you keep getting? You know what? Fuck that. Reroll. Cause that's crazy.
15 acrobatics.
Okay. You're swimming, and of course it's getting thicker and thicker and thicker. But that thing that's behind you is really still catching up. But after a while, you do manage to get to the blue light. But as doing so, you felt the creature grab onto your ankles and start pulling you back. But then you see a recognized hand reach through the blue light and hold out to you.
I'm gonna reach out towards that hand and try to grab it.
Okay. Give me an athletics or an acrobatics. And based off of this roll, we're gonna see what happens.
Cocked. 11 acrobatics.
So you try to jump out of the water and as much as you can to get closer to the hand. And it seems like you're gonna miss it, but you managed to grab it.
Yay.
And the blue light forms off when you grab your grandfather's hand, and you wake up. In a bedcock in Murdoch's workshop. Murdoch sitting in a chair beside you, and you woke up in a sweat. And since it's 6:44, we're gonna pause it here for now. We can continue, but we need to get dinner.
We need to